introduce you to a new, hot, sexy single!
And ever.
So it's season 5, and people mean to tell me they don't know that they're on Too Hot to Handle. Seriously? Seriously. Which other show casts people from around the world? Which other show? I don't know a show where they would cast people on a dating show from around the world, knowing that if they get in a relationship, it's going to be a struggle for them to meet. That doesn't make sense. But hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, a comment, and turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Too Hot to Handle, Season 5, Episode 1. So we get to see all the 10 sort of participants of this season. Here we go, another season of Too Hot to Handle, pretending, starts off with them pretending that it's a show that it's not. This time it's Love Overboard, and everyone is arriving. So we have from the UK, we have Alex, we have Alice from Sweden, but she's half British. We have Courtney from the USA. And then there is Hunter from the USA. Megan is from the UK. We've got Dre from the USA. We've got Isaac from the USA. And we've got Christine from the USA. We have Lois, who's from the UK. And we have Hannah, who is also from the USA. And it's quite a diverse group of people in regards to their locations from where they're coming from. And for me, I don't get why people can't automatically grasp that, no, we're on Too Hot to Handle. But hey, let's play along. Because they're all excited. You know, they meet their captain. They're told that, you know, they're going to be sailing around, the islands on this boat. They're going to spend all their time on the boat. There's 5 bedrooms. They will have to share a bedroom with someone, and so they just need to relax and enjoy themselves. And so they then decide. I think this was very, very, very awkward in the sense that I feel like it was producer driven how the couples were sort of mixing and mingling, because you had Hunter and Alex going after Elise, which was very awkward in how it was set up, in the sense that you had Alex go up, speak to Elise, sort of lay his cards on the table and sort of say, I want to share my bed with you. And she agreed to that. And they seemed to get along okay. This was after everybody had sort of said who their number ones were. And then you have Hunter come up. He then decides to tell, Elise that he really likes her. She's his number one and he wants to share his bed with her. And sort of leaves her with no other choice than to say yes, because she seemed very attracted to Hunter. Hunter, during his little interview, had said he always finds himself aligned with blondes, so he's got a feeling that this is who he's going to gravitate towards once they get to during their time on Love Overboard. And for me, it was too awkward. It was too awkward. I couldn't really see the attraction. I don't want to lie. I couldn't see the attraction. I couldn't make out whether they really fancied Elise or whether the producers wanted her to be the highlight of the season, obviously, because she's the blonde hair, blue eye girl. I don't know. I didn't get that chemistry. I didn't get that vibe. And I was actually surprised that they seemed to like one another. And then Louis sort of said that he is not into chasing girls. Whoever wants to share his bed will have to come up to him. So he is going to take time just to relax and enjoy himself. And if someone wants to come up to him, they will come up. So then you have the girls. You have Hannah, Megan, and Christine all wanting to be in sort of Louis' bed. And Megan obviously rushes forward. She's from the UK, so she knows she's got banter on her side. She knows she's got the fact that she understands English humor, which the Americans might find a bit difficult or might find a bit challenging to understand. So she went in, sort of laid her cards on the table, told Louis that she liked him, they had great banter, she found him attractive, and she wanted to share a bed with him. And he automatically said yes. And to me, that didn't make sense. That why would you say yes? Why not say wait until I've spoken to everybody else and then I'll come back to you? Anyway, so then as soon as Megan left, you have Christine rock up. Christine was smart because she asked him, can you put some sunscreen on my bums? And he did. And that, I think, left him so mesmerized that by the time she asked him to share a bed, he didn't know what he was doing. The next thing he did was just say, okay, yeah, we'll share a bed. That's fine. And so he agreed to share a bed again with Christine, and it's like, you just told Megan you're sharing a bed with her. Now you're telling Christine, okay, let's go. So Hannah was the last one to go in, and Hannah obviously went in, decided to sort of, instead of getting Lewis to rub sunscreen on her, she reversed the roles and sort of rubbed sunscreen on him, kissed him, then asked him, "Do you want to share a bed with me?" And he had no choice. He was lost. He was so mesmerized. He just said, "Yeah." And it's like, Lewis, don't you have self control? Don't you have self awareness? Can you not wait and sort of tell all the girls, let me sort of think about it and I'll come back to you? I think to him, he just loved the attention. I think he liked the idea that people were chasing him and wanting to be in his bed. So he would rather be in that situation and like be in the situation where Dre is, whereby none of the girls seemed to really fancy Dre. None of them really seemed to like him. We didn't even see him have a conversation with anyone. On her part, Courtney went and had a conversation with Isaac. I like them. I like them. I think so far they are my favorites because their meeting seemed organic and their conversation seemed organic. It seemed like there were two people that sort of met, were attracted to one another, and decided to have a conversation. It didn't seem as sort of choreographed as the other sort of scenarios were. So I don't know. I have high hopes for them. We'll see how that plays out. The captain then docks the ship and tells them we're here for a party and we're going to be picking up one more single person. So everybody's excited and is dancing and whatever. And personally, I don't get it because if you look in the background, you can actually see that that's the villa from last season, Too Hot to Handle. So that's the same sort of villa they shot season 4. So how can these people not identify that they're on Too Hot to Handle? I don't get it. I really don't get it. And then after a while, the captain sort of announced that he wanted everybody to meet the new sexy single. The guys were ecstatic. They were dying to meet somebody new. And there were fireworks and everybody's dancing. And then suddenly Lana appeared behind a smoke screen. And I don't know whether it's poor acting on the part of the guys, whether they knew they were on Too Hot to Handle, or maybe they have not watched Too Hot to Handle before. I didn't quite get it. I was a bit confused because you could see on Alex's face, he didn't understand what it meant when Lana appeared. You could see it on Hunter's face as well. He seemed very confused. Dre seemed taken up. Dre was really upset. Dre was on his knees crying because he couldn't understand what had happened. The girls seemed to understand what Lana meant, but the guys, Hunter was sort of totally confused. I don't know whether it's because he was drunk or he just doesn't know what Too Hot to Handle is. Even Lewis seemed a bit more confused and seemed to not quite grasp what was going on. And then eventually they were all told you're on Too Hot to Handle, so there's no sex, there's no self gratification, and you could see their faces change. You could see their faces change. You could see that they all became upset because they didn't know how to process the information because they thought they were creating connections with people, only to be told, well, actually, you're going to be here, but you're not allowed to have any sort of physical, intimacy with anyone. Yes, you can talk, but you're not allowed to have physical intimacy because we're trying to help you move away from what you do normally. They walk around the villa, everybody's excited to see the villa, and then the drama starts. Because once they get to the bedrooms, everybody wants to know who's sharing a bed with who. And that's when Hunter immediately dives into Alice's bed, which means Alex will have to look for somebody else to share a bed with. Louis was left with a conundrum because all the three girls were in the room and he didn't know what to do, but he eventually picked Hannah. So I don't know. I can't wait for the fallout because there is going to be a fallout because people's feelings are going to be hurt in the sense that they were under the impression that they were sharing a bed with someone only for them to realize that no, actually you're not. So I'm curious as to find out who is going to be left with Dre, and I'm curious to find out if Dre is actually going to create a connection with someone. I can't wait to see Isaac and Courtney. I hope they stay together, and I hope they actually grow their relationship and it becomes something healthy. It was an okay first episode. It was quite slow, and I don't know. Maybe the singles will grow on me, but not at the moment. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.